bus. That restaurant still exists to this day. It's called Sammy's. And if you needed to go get something, you get a summer job and you making your little money, you think you're grown, and you're going to go down there and get something to eat. I remember saying on several occasions, hey, let's go down here before it get dark. They're going to start shooting. Well, I've actually been on the basketball court on Division in Sedgwick, and you shoot a jump shot, and they shot the ball out the air. And I'm too stupid to go, oh, my God, my life is in danger. We leaving the court mad. We literally walking away.
My ball?
Oh, man, they tripping. Right. My ball gone. It's like, and like you said, you later on in life, it affects you, or you don't even identify with these things, and it's a problem. And I just don't get it, but I definitely want those things addressed. Because, okay, you're not going to pay these kids, at least at the very worst, can you provide them with the tools to be the best possible adult they can be after they matriculate through the program? Because I just don't get why that's not even there already. Like this kid Foster, who was in trouble in San Francisco. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and their answer would be, and this is why I say more of a mentoring program than a mental health program, because they have mental health facilities on campus, and they, now they, and there are certain laws in place where they can't make you go. Now they can't also figure, they can't speak to the therapist, they can't do these other things, and this is why you need someone that has been where you are, that has, been through what you've been through. Because, someone that's never seen somebody shot in the face in a shotgun, how are you going to tell me how it looks?
Exactly.
You can't.
Well, how? Yes. I mean, it's crazy. I was just about to go to a place, but I'm not even going to go to that dark place.
Nice.
Tell me more about this book.
Well, what is going to be, and you'll enjoy this because it's going to follow my life from the village and back is the title. And what it is, it's going to break down into 4 quarters, but it's going to chronicle my life from growing up on the village, seeing what I've seen, moving to Inglewood, seeing what I've seen, and that's going to be the first quarter. Second quarter is going to cover high school, so it'll cover the whole Bruce Pearl thing, all of the things that I had to deal with and go through with high school with my mom's drug problem and not having her around, and those things. Going into college would be the third quarter. And my life experiences while in college, like I was just saying, leaving the West Side and going to Illinois and being able to have to navigate that, dealing with the whole NCAA thing and all of that stuff. And then it goes into the fourth quarter, which will cover my professional career all the way up into what I'm doing now at BTN with Learfield Sports. And I also work for the university. I'm the community coordinator for the University of Illinois system. So what I'm doing now, this is kind of my way of getting U of I, UIC, UI Springfield involved with our community. Getting our kids an opportunity to be able to walk college campuses and see and understand that they have a chance to go to college. But I want that all wrapped in a story, not so much that it's a basketball story, but it's a story of triumph, and we can all triumph.
Exactly. That's awesome.
So that will be it once it's finished. I'm looking to have it on sale and on the shelves by the start of the basketball season. That's what I'm shooting for. If it's not done by then, it'll definitely be out and done by the time the tournament rolls around.
Okay, man. Please keep me informed on that because I definitely top one of those because it's important that we support each other. It's crazy, man, and we need that because our kids, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Nobody really said the words "go to college" to me. Had I not been an athlete, I don't think anybody would have said college to me. I would have never thought about college. I thought I was going to be a pro football player, a pro baseball player. So that's why I was like, okay, I have to go to college. So outside of that, college was not on my radar. It was not part of my mental makeup. And it was like, yeah. And I was like you. I did enough in school so my mother wouldn't yell at me, And her mentality was, if you get a C, it better be in a foreign language that I don't know how to speak either. So seriously, man, that was my mother's mantra. I would do enough work to just so I could continue to play football, I could continue to play baseball, and I wouldn't get yelled at. And the moment I saw, I'm getting to be in this class, I'm cut. Bruh, I cut so much. There's people at Lincoln Park. I went to Westinghouse. There's people at Lincoln Park that think I was a student at Lincoln Park to this very day. They invite me to their cookouts and everything. And it's like, yeah, man, remember that day? No, I wasn't there, man. I was just outside. I was too stupid to stay in class. But, yeah, and I know it's a bunch of me's out there, and there's some programs. I'm going to talk to you off air about that. There's some programs that I would like to work with people on, and me, you, Coach Thorpe, Coach Jones, I want to work with all of us because that's part of the reason I started focusing on the people in our community that's from Chicago who are helping people. Because like you said, you a coach, and the irony is you say the exact same things Coach Jones said, the exact same thing Coach Thorpe said. I'm quite sure with me and Nick square away, he's going to be saying the same kinds of things. And if we're all on the same page, we need to work together to help our community and help some of these young people and basically shine that light at the end of the tunnel and let them know it is not a trend. So your book and your actions will be doing more than enough. State of the game today. We were talking a little bit off the air about the state of the basketball. Talk to me about what you think of basketball and what you think we need to do.
Well, I like where the game is going. I think what the rules have done to the game have kind of diminished it a little bit. And they're trying in the NBA, and let's talk about the NBA because college basketball, they're still playing basketball. Coaches are still coaching. What they're doing now on the you ain't kidding. But what they're doing on the NBA level is turning it into entertainment. It's not sport anymore. They've turned it into entertainment, and they did this in the pursuit of trying to make more money by having higher scores. So they've taken away the ability to really play basketball and to play defense, because when you're taught, you hear them talk about, he's a great two-way player. That was never a description when we were coming up because everybody played defense. You didn't play defense, you didn't play.
Or you watch, right.
Yeah, you didn't play defense, you didn't play. So now, it's guys are not playing defense, and that's part of their rules. I can't put you freedom of movement. Come on, bro. This is basketball. We're supposed to be playing, and this is a contact sport. It's not football, but it's a contact sport. We got to be able to touch and be able to. So that's the one thing. If I had to change something, I'd take those rules out and let guys actually play basketball. Not like we did in the 80s and 90s. I will have to say, we don't need to see any more Bill Laimbeer stuff. But at the same time, we need to get back to allowing guys to actually play basketball. Another complaint. Everybody need to stop complaining. Stop throwing your hands up all the way, all the time complaining. And that's from the best all the way down to the bottom. People want to kill LeBron James for complaining and throwing his hands up, but everybody does it. Every single player, even the bench players do it. They on the bench, they ain't even playing. Somebody look like they got fouled on the court, they throwing their hands up in the air. So it's great. And those are the things that irk me about the game and that I wish they would get out. But I tell you this though, I love where the game is. I was on an interview on ESPN radio today, and we were looking at a bunch of these guys, that are at the top of the draft board right now. The first 7 guys, you don't have a guy on that team under 6'8". On that first, you got the first 8 guys are all 6'8" and above. But all 8 of those guys can handle the basketball, can shoot the basketball, can pass the basketball. And what I used to always talk about and tell people when I was a player, or when I was a coach, is I tried to create basketball players. Every basketball player should be able to shoot, should be able to dribble, should be able to pass, should understand when and how to move, and should have a basketball IQ. So where the game is today, from that aspect, I love it. Big guys are being able to put the ball on the floor. They're being able to do all these other things. But at the same time, they need to understand and be able to play like a big guy too. Jaren Jackson, when I covered the Big Ten this year, Jaren Jackson from Michigan State was one of my favorite players. Why? Yes, he stepped out and shot the 3. He ran the floor. He could pass the ball, but he would also get in that post, and he would hit you with left-hand jump hooks, right-hand jump hooks, up and unders, all of those basic things that a big need. Because like you and I, when we were talking offline, Houston lost. Why? Because Houston plays one-on-one basketball. They want to kick it, and they want to shoot all 3-point shots. That's not the game. You got to be able to change tempo. You have to be able to put the ball inside to somebody that you know is going to, 1, get you a foul, 2, get you a basket, or get you a basket and a foul. Or at bare minimum, he's going to suck in the defense, and now here comes that skill level to be able to pass the ball out to your shooters. That's what basketball is missing. That's what they're missing. They're trying to be so much like the Europeans and make it an entertainment thing that they're forgetting what the essence of this game is. They're forgetting the Wilt Chamberlains. They're forgetting the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars. They're forgetting, like you said, the Moses Malones. They're forgetting that these guys could do all those things too. And they knew how to make everybody else better.
Exactly. And that's just crazy, man. I say it every week. We got, at one point, we wanted athletes that could play basketball. Remember, basketball players that were athletes. Now we just got athletes that can play basketball. Anybody can run, jump, and dunk. But do you know how to slow it down? You're going 80 miles per hour all game, and they're celebrating you. There's no disrespect to the guy I'm talking about, and I know people. I kill this guy a lot, but Russell Westbrook is going 100 miles per hour the entire game. You need to be able to go 60 miles per hour, and then in the fourth quarter speed it up to 100, so people can see change of pace. It's just like if you're a pitcher. You don't throw every pitch at 100 miles per hour. You throw them a slider, you throw a change-up, curve. You have to switch it up, and that's because guys are leaving school and they're not, to harken back to the beginning of the conversation, they are not learning how to lose and then develop and then become great. People kill LeBron for that breakdown in Dallas, but that may have been the best thing that ever happened to him, because when he broke down, he became a better player. And I look at that like you would look at somebody like when Michael Jordan missed those free throws his last year in college, standing at the free throw line, lost to Indiana. Michael Jordan had missed big-time free throws since. And when Kobe Bryant shot those 3 air balls his rookie year, or at their first year they went in the playoffs, you're not getting Kobe Bryant to shoot air balls anymore. That losing, that pain, that anguish will always make it, once again, back to the scab. The scab makes you a better player.
Yes, it does. And make you a better person.
Yeah, it makes you a better person.
All of the above.
Now, you get drafted by the Dallas Mavericks and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to Europe. Talk to me about that, because then we got 15 minutes.
All right. Well, like you said, 28th to the Mavericks. And it really came down to, because I had a really good camp. You know, when I went to camp, great camp. They didn't do all of this other stuff that they do now, but had a really good rookie camp, had a really good vet camp. And while my agent is negotiating my deal with the Mavericks, he gets another deal from Europe. Now, from Spain to be exact. Now, you